Hi everyone, Mike Hernandez here, Director of Creative Strategy at the Mixx, and today we're going to be talking about our ongoing relationship and project work with Mercedes-Benz USA.
Hi, my name is Jordan Lawler, and I oversee social media strategy and digital content at Mercedes-Benz USA. I joined the company back in 2015, the first year that the Mixx helped lead our LGBTQ+ efforts, and year after year, going on 6 now, it continues to be the most fulfilling campaign that I have the privilege of working on. I'm proud of the evolution of our LGBTQ+ campaigns since we've worked hard over the years, not simply to deliver a product message to an audience, but rather to spread a positive message alongside a community. The 2015 campaign began with print ads in key LGBTQ+ media publications and themed events like the New York Auto Show, but it's since grown in recent years into full-fledged 360-degree campaigns. We've celebrated uniqueness, trailblazers, milestones, chosen families, and in this year's campaign, we intended to honor real LGBTQ+ Mercedes-Benz owners and their families and their steadfast commitments to supporting each other, not just during Pride Month in June, but every day. And then 2020 happened. Nobody had it easy, but some had it harder than others. The tragedies of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and many others put a much-needed spotlight on racial injustice in this country and forced us, and I don't mean us as people or us as a brand, but rather us as people, to acknowledge that we have a long way to go until we can proclaim ourselves a nation that truly celebrates civil rights and equality. As June 1st approached, Pride Month this year just didn't feel the same. And in a show of solidarity, the LGBTQ+ community collectively stood alongside the Black Lives Matter movement, stating there can be no pride if there isn't pride for all. We at Mercedes-Benz felt the same way. We quickly worked tirelessly with the Mixx to pivot our Pride campaign to one that acknowledged the changing social climate and promote a message that lifted up the voices of the Black community. We know that we have the means and a platform to spread a positive and powerful message, and this was the time to do it. We made a donation to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. We made a statement as a company to also stand in solidarity, and along with owner Karamo Brown, continued to support and spread a message of love, equality, and support for a community who needed it the most. So who knows what 2021 will bring? We're hopeful that we can continue to make strides in equality for all people of all races, nationalities, and sexual orientations. We'll continue to support the LGBTQ+ community with our campaigns and make CSR and D&I efforts pivotal to our communications as a brand. So no matter who you are, and to quote Karamo, we're with you always. Now I'll pass it to Angelo Alcabasis and Mike Hernandez to recap our campaign that we worked on with the Mixx for you. Thank you.
A little upfront about the Mixx. We are a New York City-based boutique marketing agency that combines actionable strategy and thoughtful, hard-hitting creative to identify a brand's problems and implement creative solutions. We provide brands with a strategic playbook that ensures that they surpass their goals, they engage target audiences, and we propel them to the next level. As a certified woman and LGBTQ+ owned and operated agency, we stand out from the agency pack. We're proud of our own unique brand story and always actively seek out new ways to reach diverse audiences. Next year is actually going to be our 25th year anniversary. To open up a bit on Mercedes-Benz and the work we've done with them, for over a decade, the Mixx has worked closely with Mercedes-Benz USA across their business on a variety of projects and initiatives, from national vehicle brochures to internal communications and so much more. So when we came to them with an idea for an LGBTQ+ campaign to appeal to their brand fans and their potential customers within the community, they knew that they could trust us. We knew that many of these LGBTQ+ community members held high household incomes and a lower number on average of children per household, so the conversation was an intriguing one. Members of the community had already bought into the brand, and it was time for Mercedes to acknowledge their support and endorsement for the cause. 3 years in the making, it was important that the first engagement be authentic and done right. Too many times we've seen an ill-conceived rainbow washing ploy backfire against the brand, and we worked collaboratively to create a campaign that would come across as authentic. For year one, in 2015, we started small with our pilot to program approach. We see many brands wanting to reach new audiences, and our approach starts small with a pilot to test, learn, and prove the market is fertile territory before extending the reach of a campaign. Often brands want to make a tentative step, and this de-risks the approach. A concentrated print ad buy in gay media publications such as Out Magazine kicked off the conversation with the community. This is also the year we helped MB forge a partnership with NBC Out to increase the campaign reach. We utilized new vehicle models and empowering headlines to convey our message. There was a lot of buzz and positivity, energy, and excitement for the first campaign and being out in Out Magazine, and we gained credibility for the brand. Now proven as a viable campaign, we upped our efforts in 2016 with a full campaign including print, digital, social, and experiential executions. Our platform this year was the New American Dream, to celebrate the excitement of marriage equality sweeping through the country and the idea that we had all risen together. We were proud to be the first agency to ever cast real LGBTQ+ talent in a Mercedes-Benz ad spot. Our kickoff Pride event at the New York International Auto Show included over 600 guests and a live performance from Betty Who. Mercedes was now fully invested in the LGBTQ+ cause. Our agency acts as a cultural antenna. We say that all the time. And the political uncertainty of 2017 shifted our thematic into never cease to strive beyond, encouraging LGBTQ+ individuals to stand strong and continue their path to success. We increased the media budget throughout the campaign to extend to reach new markets, and were able to secure the incredible Jane Lynch to host our auto show event, with Mary Lambert performing her hits.
Determination defines you. Challenges refine you. You own the details, master the presentation, shape every arrival with presence. You're all in, and you're in it together. You're going the distance with so many more places to go. You hit the ground running, give everything your A game, breaking barriers along the way, and pausing to take in the view. Never cease. Strive beyond. The course is long, the rewards great. The place you've been dreaming of is here. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
In 2018, we led with the idea of chosen family, the support system that many LGBTQ+ individuals turn to in times of both celebration and need. This expanded our outreach not to just the community, but to friends, families, and allies as well. Our campaign spend and reach grew once again, and our video spot featured authentic LGBTQ+ individuals and families telling their stories and coming together.
For me, a chosen family is unconditional love. And it doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, gay, straight, transgender.
It's hard to describe, but there's a bond there that really just pulls us together.
It doesn't feel radical, it feels comfortable and it feels intuitive.
My chosen family keeps me sane. I do as much as I can to reach out and check in and let people know that I need them.
You know, I sought out those people, and they have become part of my family.
My chosen family is made up of friends,
My chosen family is representative of lots of different types of people.
and I'm lucky to have them in my life.
World Pride New York City in 2019 was a whirlwind for us as an agency, with so many brands and organizations trying to engage with the audience. We knew we had to do things a bit differently while keeping the same authentic lens that we've always had. The end result was our campaign titled "This is Our History," a nod to the Stonewall Inn and the city as an agency we call home. We created an ad spot that celebrated LGBTQ plus history while nodding to today's generation of youth and the progress the community as a whole continues to make. We also featured, for the first time ever, a trans-identifying individual in the campaign, a proud moment for us and the brand, and a huge step for a typically conservative German brand in Mercedes-Benz.
For me, everything started from within. I grew up in a world where I didn't fit in, so I wanted to create a new world that I did. I think it's important for us to be humble in our experiences and understand where you came from. Everyone that I met had a puzzle piece to add it to who I was. I think visibility starts with your own self. Find out inside you what makes you different in the world and use that as your superpower to pave your future. When you really find out who you are, that is all you need to really enjoy your life. It's so important to just be happy and to be free.
In 2020, in our 6th year of targeted LGBTQ plus campaigns for Mercedes-Benz, we set out with the goal in mind to highlight the thing we as human beings seek for ourselves and for our families, which is peace of mind and feeling safe. Mercedes-Benz values this as well, that the luxury of peace of mind should not have to be a luxury at all. Safety continues to be a priority for the LGBTQ plus community, even more so in a time of a pandemic. For years, it seemed that luxury automotive brands lacked LGBTQ plus inclusion. In 2020, we aim to reaffirm that the Mercedes-Benz family includes the members of the LGBTQ plus community, and that their safety and the safety of their families are of the utmost importance to the brand. The idea of the American family has changed, and so we wanted to show that the brand both recognizes and provides a platform to all of its diverse drivers and their families. To continue keeping our campaign authentic and unique to the brand, we aim to feature real-life Mercedes-Benz owning LGBTQ plus families and have them tell their stories, for we believe that their story is also the brand story. We wanted to highlight their personal journeys, the people they love, and the familial relationship that they have with the brand, all in the context of safety and support. It was important to show that Mercedes-Benz sincerely wants its drivers to feel safe wherever they are in life. This is why we call this campaign "With You Always." We began our search for our families by looking at the amazing people who had engaged with our previous campaigns on social media. In the end, we discovered 2 unique young families made up of real Mercedes-Benz aficionados who were gracious and willing to share their voices, their lives, and their personal videos and photos with the Mercedes-Benz audience. Together, their 2 stories talk about the importance of safety and support. Here's who we featured. Ayin and Simon are a couple with a young daughter. Ayin, a son of immigrants from Iran, was born into a Mercedes-Benz loving family. He then passed his love for the brand and Mercedes-Benz vehicles to his partner Simon, and then to a new generation through their daughter. Their story is about the importance of being a family.
The first car my parents owned was a Mercedes-Benz. We used to go on weekend road trips all the time.
And now we go on day trips, just like his mom and dad did with him. We don't really care about what the destination is. We really just care about being a family.
For me, family is everything.
Our second family is Lauren and Sam. They are a young couple with a vintage 1977 D300 Mercedes-Benz, which they lovingly call Maud. They're a family that loves travel and road trips. In one of their adventures, they found their beloved Mercedes-Benz vehicle, and they continue to travel together as a family. Their story shows how Mercedes-Benz is part of their journey and will keep them safe along the way.
Since we found our 1977 300D Mercedes, we've been here, and here. She's part of the neighborhood now. She's part of our family.
A global pandemic hit in the midst of our creative planning, and we knew our process had to change quickly. By making the safety of our cast, our production, and Mixx team our number one priority, we had to shift our production and visual approach. Our goal had always been to create a strong and authentic story. To achieve this, we sent out recording equipment to our talent to record their stories, their voices, and our conversations remotely. We also had the talent send us their personal family photos and videos so that we can represent them authentically in our visuals. To round out the stories and enhance the emotion of the video, we had original background music composed. In the end, we created a beautiful and visually striking campaign centerpiece. We executed a full 360-degree campaign strategy, a creative platform, art direction and design, content production, and media strategy.
When I met Sam, they were just starting to come out as queer, and I had just started my transition. And I just fell really hard. Sam and I got married.
And we fell in love with Maud.
Our 1977 300D Mercedes. We wanted something that could get us to the beach easily, that could take us upstate, that if we wanted to go across the country, we could. I met Simon in 2007. There was something really special about him.
When I first saw Ian, he was so adorable. He's a lover of cars and luxury cars. Ian and I had been together for 7 years before we decided we wanted to adopt. On February 15th, we drove 9 hours to meet our daughter.
Simon and I borrowed my dad's S550 because it felt like the safest way to get there.
The ride was smooth. I never slipped once.
Lauren is, to me, somebody that I'm really looking forward to building a life with.
Sam is, to me, my adventure partner. After we adopted our daughter, we've become even closer.
I have so many incredible memories of watching our daughter grow.
Riding in a car with Sam is where I feel most comfortable.
We don't really care what the destination is. We really just care about being a family.
Right before the start of Pride Month, and in the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement that brought racial injustice to the forefront, we had to switch gears to be sensitive to the climate and to our LGBTQ+ community who supported the movement. Mercedes-Benz USA and the Mixx felt strongly about acknowledging racial injustice, and so we postponed the campaign launch to address thoughtfully the immediate need. It was important for the client and for us to ensure our With You Always campaign extended to the Black community. To do this, we invited TV celebrity Karamo Brown, a Mercedes-Benz owner, brand fan, and powerful voice for the Black and LGBTQ+ communities to introduce the rollout of our campaign. Working with him was an honor and a dream, and we were grateful for his presence in providing our campaign more reach and meaning. We provided a pivot strategy, a creative platform, art direction and design, as well as content production and media strategy. With another year in the books, but a year unlike any other, we created plenty of buzz around the brand and the stories we rolled out. Excitingly, with introduction of the landing page this past year, our campaign content can now be viewed year-round. On top of that, Mercedes-Benz USA renewed its commitment to supporting 8 institutions, organizations, and partners that support Black, LGBTQ+, and other underrepresented groups.